I'm Oliver Knapp, a certified Splunk architect and ES admin here at Somerford, and welcome to the third episode in our series of short videos on the Common Information Model, a series which looks at getting your data normalised and ready to draw value from. Our focus today is looking at and learning about how we can use the Common Information Model, or CIM, to its fullest capability, including an overview of what the CIM is, the process of normalising our data to it, alongside the advantages that this brings, and also some general facts and interesting bits which are relevant when talking about the adaptation of the CIM. A common theme throughout the previous episodes in our CIM series has been that of normalising data to the Common Information Model, where we discussed the use of data models in acceleration. However, we haven't really delved deep into what the Common Information Model is. In its simplest form, it really is just a big collection of data models. It's constantly updated by Splunk for all new use cases which are coming out, and aims to aid in the consistent normalisation of all your data so you can keep that efficiency, which aligning data to data models provides, in your searches. Having all your data mapped to the data models in the Common Information Model is something that you should be aiming to achieve, especially when looking from a security perspective, because this then goes to allow you to keep all of your use cases and all that data coming into Splunk relevant. The image found on this slide goes to illustrate this idea of normalisation, where the fields across unique individual datas are mapped to fields which are universally understood by Splunk and the CIM. Now we have a good understanding of what the CIM and normalisation is, the next question is, as I'm sure you all have, is how do I get my data normalised? Well, that consists of two actions. The first being actually downloading and installing the Common Information Model add-on from Splunk base, then aligning your data to it. This can be seen as quite a daunting task, especially if you have a large data estate, but not to worry, as Splunk try to make this as easy as possible for you. There's two options: manually extracting fields and creating aliases in your CIM to align to the fields found in it, or installing apps and add-ons which are fit for your specific use cases and are intended to onboard data into the CIM for you. The final point to touch here is why you would want to go through all this and what's the appeal. Well, as touched on briefly before, having CIM compliant data enables the acceleration of searches and as such massively increases efficiency and decreases overhead. This is extrapolated massively when looking at a security context, as if you have your use cases running off accelerated data, because then all your searches can be run quicker and the time to value for your data goes down and the action response time can increase, essentially making your environment more secure. Because the quicker you can search on and see a report on a security issue in your environment, the quicker you can deal with it and the less time it has to take any negative effects. Before sending you away with the knowledge you have gained today, I think it's best to go over some common problems and general important information on the Common Information Model. The first point to remember if you are looking at utilising the CIM is that in a large data estate, data mapping can be quite a time consuming and resource intensive task. As such, planning around this is always recommended. It's also best to remember and to consider your use cases that your data is aligning to and choose the most relevant CIM models. This will ensure that you get the most possible value from your CIM integration. Finally, you should always remember that even though you have mapped data to the CIM, its compliance will still need to be maintained. This can be achieved through actions such as regularly inspecting your index data to identify any anomalies or deviations from CIM standards, and ensuring that configurations, like those found in props and transforms, which are responsible for data normalization, remain effective and updated. Thank you for watching our short video focusing on the Common Information Model. We have covered what the CIM is and why it's important, how we go about onboarding our data to be CIM compliant, and some more generalized points surrounding it. I hope you found this video useful. If you have any questions, then feel free to email us at info@somerfordassociates.com and maybe check out some of our other Splunk short videos. Thanks for watching.